I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think just be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting the press.
It's the National Football.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Javon Hargrave, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Holding offense.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
To throw is Smith. And complete to Smith and Jigba. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Smith. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third and 4. Back to throw, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, and all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second down and a yard. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now Smith. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Hunter Henry. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 5. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel? Or was that analytics that came into play there, deciding to go for it on 4th down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Purdy. His throw incomplete. The Niners at 4-3, a game over 500. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
From the gun, it's Walker. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Smith now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Throw incomplete as well. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the 1st quarter of play will come to an end. We are in for a good one as we're through one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half, because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Purdy will look to throw again here. connects with Kittle underneath. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Geno. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Pushing his way through. Fighting through, and he's got space. Inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover it?
You're exactly right. That's an.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Purdy on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
After the interception, here's Smith. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And they'll let let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They'll run the toss to Walker. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 20. 121 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now Gino on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Smith.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
No receivers open, so Rue's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett from 4 yards out.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Christian McCaffrey and his 49er teammates back onto the field.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense, but you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Purdy now to throw.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Now Purdy.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Purdy. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Brock Purdy and the offense back out there. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half two after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Moody good with the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Pass to Henry is intercepted. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Purdy from the gun. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, a good idea there on third down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Purdy sets up to throw again. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 28 yards. And the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He really tried to thread that down the seam. Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But a throw with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Short pass caught by Henry. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And a throw there going to be incomplete. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Purdy. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I'm trying to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for the Niners. 42 yards. McCaffrey. No. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Purdy will throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about, not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine, and you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. Smith now to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Smith. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. This complete to Lockett. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup. Here we go. 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
On the option, it's Smith himself.
Holding offensive.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Trying the left side with Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 140 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Geno now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
No ball, no ball.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Sticking with Walker on second down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. Now Smith. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
14-yard line.
Give to Walker on the read option. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Myers' kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
They didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. Down the left sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That's a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball. One that they want to fix immediately.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Steps away to his left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Brock Purdy. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Niners have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense Well, not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Moody good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so they can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Smith going to try and run with it. There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Geno Smith, 52 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark.
Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. Forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
Well, you want that. You seem excited.
I know, and it's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball.
Right.
All right? I want to knock it down. In this case, he's been fun to watch.
The former DB rooting for the wide receivers.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 23.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 73 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing here, Purdy. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Out of the gun, Purdy.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll start out here with the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker. and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A big play looming on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Purdy to throw.
And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation. And now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing, Purdy.
He's got him in, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's Purdy.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit